Oh boy, everything's broken today. When is it not? Streamlabs decided to be Streamlabs, the hell's going on? Alright, everybody, you can stop with like the repeated I think my keyboard needs new batteries. Let's see. Hi, Sprouts. Hello, everybody. Everything's going slow today. Yeah, my chat program was like, you know, like, maybe all those, maybe your OAuth and stuff, I'm just gonna just ignore that. I'm just gonna say it's invalid now. So I had to, like, redo all of that, because I don't know, Streamlabs just tends to forget that, you know, like, you've been streaming for a while, which, yeah, I missed Revenant Saga again. I'm sorry. It's just, I've just had a busy week. Rentype getting the damn channel. There you are. Let's see, what else is new? I admit this week was kind of maybe like I got playing a game, and then when I looked at the time, it was well past the time that I really wanted to be playing the game, and then I was like, I'm tired, and then I went to sleep. Let's see, other news. Got my live stream on a different phone, so I gotta use my data, my phone data somehow, right? Might as well use it for my streams, right? Let's see, what else? I think that's about it. Let's see, I updated the slug. That is the current slug, I do believe. The brown slugs. Hello, my brown slug. Let me pet the slug. Pet slug. Well, I'm petting the slug. Oh, this guy. Probably wonder who this guy is. That's Rentype. It's just a still image and doesn't do anything because I can't program for anything, but it'd be cool if I could, like, have him animate, like, if I could make a VRoid of him and have him animate whenever he says something, which is supposed to be randomly, but, you know, just have him say something so you know it's not me. Happy Plush hasn't changed yet. Let's get to the... I am recording now. I actually set a hotkey for that. Yay, go me. That's probably not the best picture of Rentype. He looks like he's stunned. But that's from the PSO2 character creator, the new one. That should give you an idea of what Rentype looks like. Which I have thoughts on PSO2, but let's get to the there we go. You can see Rentype's up there, gazing at us. Until I stick a goldfish on his face. Alright. Let me finagle the Vita because it's been one of those things. I have a feeling it's less the Vita and more OBS being OBS. There we go. Because I just merely switched scenes and then it died, so it's like, thanks OBS. We were, I think, on a quest. Yeah, catching 3 gigantic Arapaimas. Which I think we were like having trouble actually finding gigantic Arapaimas. But, oh boy, PSO2. I've got words for it. Let me pull up my food over here. So I could get crumbs all in my chair. Arapaima is in lakes and stuff. Let's see. Good things about PSO2 New Genesis. It's new. I think the character creators, the character creator allows you to do a bit more with your character, like, generally. But it's also nope. You're not taking it. It's also limited because since it's so new that, like, the faces, you only have, like, two guy faces, 2 girl faces. And then you have, like, 4 regular hairstyles. And then, like, there's some, of course, female-only robot styles, because, of course, all of the female casts are human-looking. You can make a non-human-looking, female cast, I should say. Or Casilles, as they used to be called way back in the day of PSO1. But you can basically, you can make your character look pretty much anything. And new game, or new NG is basically, it basically stands for new game. But New Genesis, there's no set real gender for, fuck. I need a new rod. I need more line durability. Let's just try this one. I have a feeling I am not going to enjoy this. Like, there's no basic gender. Let go. Like, it doesn't ask you, are you a boy or a girl? It's like, do you want, body number 1, body type number 1, or body type number 2? Which, of course, is, you know, the binary. It's basically asking you a boy or a girl. But, you know, you can swap heads out and around and all that stuff. So I do like it in that respect, but it is pretty gendered on the body types. Like, of course, all the women have their breasts exposed to for the world to see, or they're corralled. So if you want to be like androgynous, you have to pick technically the male body, and like especially the female robots. All of the female robot the bodies have boobs on them. Like, even if you have, like, robot legs and robot arms, they all have boobs. And you're stuck into female robot body parts, or male robot body parts. You can't mix and match. Which is very unfortunate, and it's because that they like to point the toes of the women in, like, you know, they do that thing, but they make them look like children, basically. It's like the toddler stance. Which is kind of gross. Which you can't undo that stance, and I don't like that because it's very... It's basically for really girly girls, is from what I'm interpreting as. So even if you want the buff girl, you still have to have your toes pointed inward like that. Which is ridiculous. But you can really make, like, they do have a muscle slider for women. And it goes pretty good, I've been told. However, men get two different bodies. For muscular bodies, they have the standard I have muscles body. And then they have, like, the veins and, like, the gross stuff. So that's the good and the bad at the PSO2 NG character maker. The good also is that you can mix and match, like, the old school PSO2 hairs with, like, the new school heads and bodies. You can mix the new school heads with the old school bodies, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if this is big enough. We will be here for 2 hours completing this quest. If we have to. So that's what I like, is that you can mix and match, like, some of the things, but, like, things that pertain to the old heads only pertain to the old heads. You can't put them on the new heads, and things that pertain to the new heads only stay with the new heads. So all of the super customization is only with the new heads. You don't get it with the old heads. But then again, there's a lot of different old head types that you can, choose from. Which Rentype is a callback to Phantasy Star, so might as well just use the PSO2 character creator. I have to say, from like the 5 minutes I did play in New Genesis, though, I don't. It doesn't feel Phantasy Star Online to me. Wish it'd tell me how much more I had to go to reel this in, because, like, this might be the magical rod grinding stream if I don't get the right size fish. Like, I'm not seeing even the real lines yet. The get lines. Oh, and I should say, like, PSO2 and PSO-NG both censor the boob jiggle, so except for, like, when you're changing clothes, when you're loading in new clothes. But, which is good, which I know a lot of gamers have screamed their head off about it because they can't make their misogynistic fantasy girl. Or their misogynistic fantasy child, because they also said you can't have your characters too small. But they did nothing to the characters of New Genesis, so when you walk into the game, it's like, here's the 12-year-old looking loli girl with large breasts. Aina. Which is like, come on. Like, walking into PSO2, like the base game, felt a lot more refreshing. And also, all the female characters in PSO-NG I've met are all like they all look like they're 15 and under. And they're supposed to be professionals working at, like, the tower or whatever. But PSO2, it actually seems like there's female characters with various ages. Can you believe it? I have no- wait, is my main mic doing something weird? It looks like it's doing something weird. Or is it just me clicking the button? Like, this mic is way too sensitive sometimes, and then it's, like, not sensitive enough other times. I'm not wasting my beta on you, fish. That doesn't mean that I'm saying PSO2 is a good game. It's another predatory-free MMO it's now under the guise of Sega. So just because it's like a name you know and you think you can trust, it's not. It doesn't make it better. It's loot box to all hell and back, from what I hear. And to get a lot of the cosmetics, you're gonna have to grind for a lot of the money. And buy it from people that are paying for the game, basically. Okay, this was the wrong rod for this. A lot of durability and some, not power, but the other one. Sorry for this, but it seems I'm gonna have to, like, go into the red zone to just reel it in. But then again, I might just cut the lines soon if I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I mean, the durability is like really doing like a number. It would have snapped on my other rod. Or, I think I know what it is. I know exactly what that might be. Or no. I'm just gonna let that... It has speed, but no power. I need power. Guess it's back to the Dragon Hammer rod. Oh wait, I needed you to bite. Oh, god damn it, salmon. This isn't cheap bait. It might be I need a new rod for this, and I'm just gonna be stubborn and not get it until I get that other rod. Oh, it's not over here anymore. So I guess what I'm saying is that the PSO2 character creator is kind of pretty robust. I don't like the super dimorphism in it. And I really wish that it had like both the like human-headed male casts with like the non-human at all female casts, like. Because it's just like, oh, come the fuck on. Like, that was a problem in PSO1, but it wasn't that. It was like... It was a problem, but it wasn't to this degree, to where it's like, you're just... All the female casts are default walking pair of boobs, because you can better bet in the game itself, like, all of the male casts look like fucking Gundams. And all of the female casts are like, I'm human! Except for, like, this metal piece here. I'm sure there might be some in-universe bullshit for that. Cause, like, there's one thing that JRPGs have is, like, in-universe bullshit misogyny. They had it for Ar Tornolico, they'll have it for other games. Which, I've ranted about Ar Tornolico in my Let's Hate Ar Tornolico. Which I need to actually not really restart, but get back to the spot I was at. And then continue, because the Let's Hate series is about deconstructing a game that people say that there's nothing wrong with it. I basically want to point out, like, here's the thing that's wrong with it. And oh boy, does Ar Tornolico, like... Like, there's so much wrong with it that people, like, want to excuse. It's like, oh, of course there's no male, Raventails, because, you see, there's, like, some scientific in-universe bullshit for it, which the in-universe scientific bullshit is about genetics, which, like, you know, this game was created by dudes, aimed at dudes, with a male protagonist. So it's very much all about here's some pairs of breasts for you that sing song magic that you can, like, lust diving into their minds and seeing what's in the mind of a female. Which of course is cute, fluffy, kind of not serious. It's not a serious threat. Bullshit. Because I guess they think that women think of, like, all of the stuff, like, that women are afraid of are just not really scary, or it's like scary, like, oh, it's a giant teddy bear, or some shit like that. Not like, I can't walk down the street without fear that, you know, I'm going to be murdered and raped. And there is a stalking scene in the game that they just kind of blow over. So that's what I want to that's what I tackle in my Let's Hate series. I need probably another target for after all that. I'm only gonna do 1 and 2. I'm not gonna do 3, namely because I don't have a capture card, and I'm not gonna do 3 because, oh boy, does it just get terrible in 3, where it's just like, this is just a Playboy magazine. Like, oh, to power up, the women have to strip their clothes off. Like, that would honestly be, like, a good, like, breakdown analysis of the game about why it's, like, totally garbage and wrong. But, like, that's getting to the point of it's not going to be a good use of my time. I could be doing something else. I only want to do 1 and 2 because it does, I don't think it gets that bullshitty. It gets pretty bullshitty, but I think 3 just tips the bullshit meter. And then you have, like, the spin-off of, like, Ar nosurge, which is like a prequel. And oh boy, yeah, no. There are no Arapaima in the lake. I don't see them. It's like that one, it's just it fucked off. You know what? We're getting this, whatever it is. I might have to fish something to, like, I guess reset the lake. Also, I only need 55,000 more points and I can get the Super Rod. And watch, once I get up to the points to get the Super Rod, it's gonna be like, there's like the Super Mega Ultra Rod if you only save up to these points. I'll be like, damn it, game, stop. But yeah, I want to at least finish Artonalika 1. And then I kind of wanted to... Fish, can you have, like, just... Can you be better? You fish suck at this. How are you even alive? Alright, that's the gigantic one to the right. And now it's gone. It's not the one I need. Cause this one, it's like, it's red looks more magenta, and like the gigantic one, its red looks pretty red. Unless the magenta one is the bigger one. Alright one. It is the magenta ones are the gigantic ones. Alright, no, only 2 more of these to go. It's like the game finally decided to give me the big ones. Let's see, thanks to, Medaka for following, and Breadless Sandwich for following. Medaka is a, it's ASMR, but it's basically an aquarium stream. Like, I don't know if it's 24/7, but it's an aquarium stream, I'd have to, I have to copy paste it because it's in Japanese. But, like, I'm following Shrimps 24/7 and then Medaka. Like, whenever I just, like, I need some noise, but nobody's really on that I want to watch. So I just put on some fish or some shrimps. Because there's usually some activity going on the fish and shrimp channel. Like, I know there's kitten streams, but usually, like, the kittens are, like, asleep, or there's no kittens because they've wandered away from the cameras. But, like, fish, you have a rectangle, and there should be in there somewhere, unless you have coolie loaches. Like I do. And then they bury themselves in the rocks and stuff, and you never see them, ever. Until, like, you know, until the stars are right, basically. And then they peek their little heads out, and you're like, oh hey, I have fish. But I don't know how many coolie loaches I have left. I've had them for, like, I want to say almost 10 years now. 7 years? They've lasted a while. Like, I don't know if these are, like, the original ones I bought or the offspring of the original ones I bought. I can't tell. But there's still some in there that are still kicking. I mean, I can't even tell, like, if they die or not, because they're probably just gonna die where they lay, which is, like, under rocks and in tunnels where I can't see them anyways. Which then I'd feel bad that I didn't give them a proper burial. Which, yes, I give my fish proper burials. They're living creatures who entrusted me with their life. And they deserve the same respect as you would give any other kind of pet. Which I know a lot of people don't respect fish because they feel like, oh, they don't have any emotions, or they don't have any thoughts past, like, eating and stuff. But, like, the minds of, like, it's just, they don't have the body language we can read. It's like, we just can't read fish. They don't speak a language we can interpret much. All I need is one more. Where are you? Alright, let me see if I can reset the lake. That's the Atlantic tarpon. That's the Houchen. That's the Nile perch. Alright, let me see if I can catch anything with this. By anything, I mean anything. Oh, speaking of summer, the gnats have returned. You know, those stupid little, like, fruit gnats. Like, you never know how they ever get into your house, but then they're there, and you can't get rid of them. And then they always seem to go away by, like, winter. And then you breathe a sigh of relief because they're finally gone. Like, the minute I change my bait, the fish change. Alright. You better be over 150. So I'm wasting a lure on you. And like you read remedies on how to get rid of them, like vinegar traps and all that stuff. I made a vinegar trap for them with like soap and soap, water, vinegar, and sugar. And like they're attracted to it, but they're not getting in the water. They're like, I'm like, get in the water so you can die. And they're like, we read your mind. We're not that dumb. Or maybe the soap we use is just like, it's setting off the smell to where like the insects are like, nah, we know it's a trap. It wasn't even worth 150. Which I might actually start looking for like a okay, there's something going on with the main mic, and I don't know what it is. Let me troubleshoot that. Let me hear what you hear. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. How about now? Now? Now. Now. I think this is good. Let's just go with this. You can tell me how crap it sounds, even though it doesn't sound crap to me. But then again, I'm talking and hearing myself at the same time. Yeah, I don't know what that was happening with that other bit. That sounded pretty haunted. I'm sorry for like the almost 1 hour of haunted stream. So that sounded like some weird banging, you know? Maybe there's gonna be like an EVP in there or something, and then everyone's gonna be, it's like, you know, your stream was totally haunted. I heard like 50 demon voices. And I'll be like, oh, okay. Or then somebody will say, oh, is your place built on an Indian burial ground? And I'll be like, of course it is, I live in America. Like, I don't understand why we call them burial grounds and not just graveyards, because, I mean, that's what they are. Like, do we distinct between graveyards and burial sites so we can just, like a graveyard is like, we have to respect the graveyard. But if we say it's a burial site, then we can just ignore it? We can just be like, oh, it's just a burial site. There's no sacred anything to it. We can just treat it like garbage. Rather than if it's like a graveyard, it's like, oh, it's sanctified. It's holy. I mean, even saying it's a, sacred, or, sacred burial ground, it's still like the whole burial ground thing. Like, say it's like a graveyard, because graveyards are sacred, or, well, they're supposed to be sacred. It's like almost when you put sacred with, like, anything not Christian or some shit, then it's like, it takes on a different meaning of not being sacred. Or they put sacred there just to be more spooky. Oh, it's a sacred Indian burial site. That means it's like even more haunted than the non-sacred ones. Like, it's a place where dead people are. You should maybe respect it. Although I'm hearing about like this thing in Canada with like the residential school. I can't remember the name of the city, but they found like 500 kids buried in like one grave. Like native kids. That's half 1,000. That's a lot of kids. Like, it's kind of your brain cannot comprehend 500 people. And then it probably can't comprehend that they were children. And then it's like, then you're like, who would do that to children? Answer: Christians. I mean, my mom has some horror stories of when she went to school. So, like, if that's what was going on, like, at that time, like, back in the 60s, I should say. Like, to where they're just murdering, straight out murdering kids. And I have a feeling it's not getting the press coverage it needs to get. Or the press coverage it is getting is not the angle is completely wrong. Because from what I saw is that they were like residential schools seem to be the more important part than the 500 dead native kids. Which to me is the important part. Like, there's 500 kids that are dead. Yes, they're probably all native. I'm thinking that they might have snuck some, like, black kids in there and some, like, some kids of parents that are like, you know, if my kid just doesn't come home one day, we'd be most thankful. Because they don't want to deal with, like, the, you know, kids with disabilities. Or orphans, you know. Orphans with disabilities. Or belligerent orphans. But yeah, like... And like, this is stuff that's still going on today. 2021. Only large? How could you be just large? Here, eat a sandwich. Become gigantic. I want to see you become a giant fish. That's how the words go, right? Like, even though that this stuff happened up in Canada, there's stuff that happened in the United States too. No doubt. I mean, with all them fucking Western movies on TV that are basically like... oh look, the Indians are attacking us for absolutely no reason whatsoever. It can't be because we're A, on their land, B, harassing their people, and C, killing them. Like, that's what I hate about Westerns, that they're always like... They're just media propaganda to basically say, oh yeah, the Indians are always wrong, and the white people are always right. Which is like, no? No, no! No! None of you! I don't want any of you! Go away, fish! Go away! You're not what I need. So that's some like, oh, and Romani people are still being like murdered by the cops in other countries. Not that they aren't being murdered here, but like the latest one I heard was in Czechoslovakia? Which people are gonna say, yeah, but like we're over that here in the United States, you see, cause we totally respect Romanian people. Like, and then they go use the G slur. And that Curse of Strahd still exists in 5e. And they still say the Vistani, which are Romani analogs. They're, what was it? I forget what they called them, but it's pretty terrible. Like, they compare them to dogs. And of course the Vistani are buddy-buddy with like the big bad, Strahd himself. I'm currently playing it in a, Curse of Strahd. But don't worry, my DM is the good kind of DM that, like, will change up the garbage to make it much less garbage. Which puts me at two different minds of, I'd rather not support that kind of thing in the first place, but also I want to play game, and like the person that's giving me the story and letting me enjoy the story is basically filtering the content in a way that is God, I fucking hate these hoochin'. You're not even worth a lure. To filter in such a way as to make it a pleasant experience. Cause like, she's the one that has to read the bullshit. She's the one that has to like, process the bullshit into making it not bullshit. Really? You spelled it that way, Captions? The AI tried to get around, the AI got around its own filter. That's kind of funny. But you won't give me fish emoji, will you? No. All I need is one. Let go. Thank you. Like, man, the world is a terrible place, and I wish I could help make it better, and I'm trying, but it's like, the people that make it a terrible place make it impossible for anybody who isn't them to do anything. Which is the people, like, the people with money. Like, I hear Biden passed another bill that basically says that, like, all anti-fascist people are terrorists. Or they said, you know, if they sense violence, which, you know, the state can say anything is violence. Like, if you tell a police officer to fuck off, they could say that's inciting violence. Or that was violent. That was assault. Like, I don't like Biden, but, you know, the only other choice was... It's like you're in a minecart. If you flip the switch one way, you'll fall into the lava. Okay, that should be our 3 gigantic Arapaima. I need to reconfigure my legs. Also, I have to say, I slightly edited Rentype's picture to give him like a little bit more lip color because he was looking kind of pale. And it froze. Un momento, por favor. Like, I didn't even touch it, and it was like... It's like, no, I'm gonna freeze and die. I like games that do this, by the way, that are like, do you want to save? Because I know you're probably gonna forget to save, and then you're gonna lose your progress. I should make Rentype more centered. There we go. You didn't catch any fish. I didn't even try. I can see why no one wants to watch my fishing videos. It's like, oh, it's calm fishing. Oh, no, I'm talking about politics in here. Wait a minute. What do you mean it isn't complete? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not done yet. Halibut. Giant halibut. We're gonna continue fishing just for the halibut. I'm looking at the time I've spent an hour doing this quest, so this might be the all quest stream. The all catching Arapaima and, halibut. Actually, you know, I think I might put on grinding if I'm, like, grinding this game for that rod to finish off the other, road trip adventure. Get that done. Because I know everybody is dying in anticipation to see, like, the omake of everything. Wow, you're even more fucking expensive than the Arapaima. God, I hate you all. Alright, let's get back to fish hunting. Like, don't, like, seriously, leave it alone, you're not a halibut. I could throw worms at you, you're like, oh, I'm not interested in worms. I throw bait that you're not interested in at it, it's like, I want that. Nom 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 nom. Think about it, tuna. Don't think about it. But I guess you can see the quality of New Genesis, the look of the characters in New Genesis. That's a grouper. Think. That's another grouper. Grouper. A halibut? I don't think you're a halibut. No, you're just a grouper. Where are the damn halibut? I know that they're at, like, the bottom. Is there a type of flounder? Like, I'm just not seeing them. Hey, Emily! How's it going? How goes the fishing? It's becoming a challenge. A master's challenge. And the challenge this time is find the fish. It's like, hey boys and girls, can you find the fish? The fish looks like this. It's like, probably I can't see the damn fish because I'm neither one nor the other. Taking a night off is good. Sometimes you just need to, like, take that night and just be like, you know what, this night's mine. I'm doing with it as I want to. Even if it's, like, just sleeping all the night. Casual video game playing is fun. You don't have to, like, feel like you have to entertain. Like, Or like you have to always keep it interesting. Unfortunately, my recreational video games have kind of like messed up my streaming schedule because I was playing casual video game and then like, oh crap, it's like 5 AM. I was gonna do a thing today. Get to all those games in the backlog that you're like, I didn't even know I owned this. Like, I'm playing a .hack GU, which... it's been in my backlog for, like, a while now. But... I kind of want to play, like, the original .hacks. But I'm like... .hack GU, it has a feel to it. I wanted to see what it was, like, about. And so began my casual video game playing. I have to admit, Haseo is a very unlikable character in that game. I just do not like him. He's not like he's not a very good protagonist at all. Because, like, of course, he is kind of literally the edgelord. Like, he's a dual edge, or rogue adept dual edge user. He's got, like, the black and the red going on with the white hair. He's Shadow the Hedgehog. Or I should say, Shadow the Edgehog. I kind of wish they'd re-released the original quadrilogy on PC like they did the .hack GU. Like, I don't understand why they didn't, because, like, you kind of have to be a little bit familiar with, like, the first 4 games to understand how the last 4 games tie into the first 4 games. There are no halibuts in this ocean. I know I own, I want to say number 1 or number 2 of the series. Trying to remember. I went into like the used game store and I'm like, I'm gonna buy all of them if I can. And I remember I bought one and it didn't work. Like, whenever I would play it, it would just freeze up. So I know I'm missing one of them. Alright, if a tuna bites this, I'm not too sad. I might have to reel something in that just, I think, respawn the lake? Like, I don't even think Dot Hack's on the PS2 on PS3. Which, like, well, that would be like the series you'd want to bring out. Like, I don't. From what I gather, Dot Hack GU wasn't the big title that people like talk about. It's always the original with Kite and Rose and Orca and Balmung and Elk and all of them. And GU's kind of like the edgy, gritty rehash. So I can't remember exactly what, like, the super overplot of Dot Hack was, because I watched the anime, which is only tangentially related to, the actual video games. Like, it sets up who Aura is, it sets up who, Morgana is, who Harold is, and all that, and like people going into comas. But I'm not certain what the video games like, what story they have. I mean, unless they're trying to bring out a Dot Hack remastered, you know, with like the... Where is the halibut? Seriously! Like, you usually see them toward the bottom, just kind of, like, swimming around. Like regular fish. You're not a halibut. You're not a halibut. Ha! You didn't get my lure fish. But yeah, I kind of want to get into the Dot Hack series. Dot Hack GU is probably not the best place to start. Alright, usually, like, last time I saw, like, an occasional Arapaima. But, like, this has just been no halibut at all. Wait, is that the halibut, the brown fish there? Because I thought those were groupers. Here, bite my line. Bite it. Bite it! But. You're not biting my line. Let me change to the cheap bait and see if I see what I can get. But I still think I want to say that Dot Hack was like the Dot Hack was the one that started the if you die in the video game you die in real life. Even though it really you didn't die in the game, you died in real life. You went into a coma in real life. And like the main overall theme of Dot Hack wasn't like dying in the game and dying in real life. It was about like the AIs, like the AIs doing their AI things. Maybe I just don't have the right rod, because I swear I saw halibut when I was doing my mission fishing. So I'm pretty sure I've caught one before. Unless it's a bug, like... Unless it says there's halibut, but it's like in a different area, like a... one down or something. But I was hoping that more anime would do the whole, MMO, AIs becoming people kind of thing. Or even, like, people interacting with, like, the NPCs that suddenly gain sentience. But no, all of them are like, I got reincarnated in a VR, or either got reincarnated in a video game, or if you die in the video game, you die in real life, and it was just, like, Which, from what I hear about Sword Art Online, is that the author couldn't even remember why you die in real life other than it sounds cool. Like, there was no resolution at why people had to die in real life. Or maybe I should be the one that writes the book that goes into stuff. Yeah, Sword Art Online is not a series I will read. I played the Fatal Bullet demo because, oh, I can create my character, and that was enough to tell me that it's not a series for me. It's one of those anime was a mistake kind of things to me. Maybe even anime was a serious mistake kind of things. Like, the first thing of Fatal Bullet is when you get into, like, the new video game, is everyone's complaining about how there's no women that play the game. Except that pretty much every character in your guild is female. Anime is tragedy as an art form. That should be a quote on like a sticker or something. Like, some of the anime, or like, I would say most of the anime that I see, is like, that's not what I would call art. It's got a very, very specific agenda. Well, it's not even an agenda. It's like, we're just making excuses to show boobs to you. And I don't like it because why don't you just make a show that's specifically to show boobs to people? Why are you dressing it up as if it's something deeper than that? Just admit, oh, we want to show boobs to people, so we made this anime that shows boobs to people. But then, you know, you couldn't get kids to watch it because that would be adults only. Which, honestly, I'm thinking most of the anime that comes out that are like that just should be adults only. Because it's basically the only difference between some of these and, like, an actual, like, actual hentai is just, we colored them differently. Pufferfish, what are you doing here? My arch nemesis, I'm kind of glad to see you. Even though you're not what I'm looking for, you're just, you know, something different. You want to be a part of my aquarium, Pufferfish? Come on, Pufferfish. I'll give you this. No, you're not worth much, but come on, Puffer. You don't even like me, Pufferfish. Nobody likes me. Hey, Changeling. I'm just ranting about anime, and how it's a mistake, and how I can't find the fish I need in here, and like the fish, I think that fish doesn't belong in this lake. I might have bugged something. Like, the grouper doesn't want my bait. I'm pretty sure that's a grouper, because halibut are on their sides. And I was thinking that they might be in the sand or something, but... like, the ones I saw weren't in the sand. Puffer Buddy, where are you? Oh, there's Puffer Buddy. Hi, Puffer Buddy. I'll even take you because you're different. Like, usually the pufferfish are like, they have piles of pufferfish in here because, you know, they're like the small fry that take your bait and you curse at them. But, like, I'm not even seeing any puffer buddies. It's just grouper and tuna. I think that's grouper. Puffer Buddy! Puffer Buddy! No? Aw. Thought we had something special going on. So how's your day going, Change? Sorry I was a bit busy when you were streaming. I was just all over the place. Like, right when I sat down to watch the stream, it was like, then I was like here, there, and everywhere. Chicken and rice as well. Chicken's good. I have a thing against rice. Kind of. Like, back when I was in college, they did a very good job of making you not want rice, because one time, like, all the side dishes were some form of rice. All of them. And it's like every day was rice, 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 and I'm like... No? Can we get some, like, mac and cheese? Can we get something that's, like... I'll even eat some weird vegetables. Like... peas or something? Alright, Puffer Buddy, let's go! Salsa, potatoes, and green beans. That sounds pretty good. Well, it's just back in college, there was just so much rice all at once to where I just got sick of eating rice. And even though that was like a long time ago, it's kind of just killed my interest in rice. Unless it's in like sushi or stuff. I'm mostly trying to catch these fish to see if there are any halibut in the background. I have yet to log on to the Minecraft server to look at the bees. I've got to do that soon-ish. So I found like the three or four sand hives that I stuck in the sand. But then I was like confused on how do bees. And I assume for the bumblebee hives, I just leash up a bunch of bees and just cram them in there? That's cool. I use the GDL launcher just because I can point and click and make go. But it's not so good for other kinds of things. You know what, let me exit out here. Oh, that was a new record. Cool. Puffer Buddy! Who knows? Usually if the mod's gotten past a certain, version of Minecraft, they should update pretty easily because, like, it's the difference in Java versions on which one runs on what. But I don't know, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Or was it a porgy that those were? No, they're groupers. They're long-tooth groupers. Behold! A halibut! These are what they're supposed to look like. What? Damn, I wasn't there to vote for space. Medieval theme's fine, I guess. Ooh, I didn't even know, like, I guess I'm a specialist in fish. Is there another place that I can get, halibut at? Yes. Dude, was I fishing in the wrong spot all this time? But still, it was supposed to be there. Game. Why you do this to me, game? I've just been in a spacey kind of mood. You're not a halibut. Let's see, is the great halibut hunt on again? Or am I actually gonna see one? Eventually. I mean, even if that, well, I guess maybe they didn't put the halibut in that lake, because that might be like the small, medium halibut. Oh, halibut! Halibut! Halibut? No! 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 Grab it! Grab it! Grab it! All of the halibut, especially you. You! Grab it! Stop! 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 Like, be the alpha halibut. Grab my lure. That sounded completely wrong. There we go, halibut. Maybe I was in the wrong lake for the Arapaima, too. That's why it took me forever for that quest. The fishing is happening. You're only large. I need you larger. And watch, there's gonna be like 0 halibut for like forever now. Because that's how that game goes, is like you finally find the fish you're looking for and you're like, oh look, there's a lot of it, and then there's like none of it. Oh, mahi mahi. You know, I've had goldfish, and while there were some times that they actually missed eating the food, they made an attempt right straight after at grabbing the food. You fish can try and make another attempt, please. I don't think this is the right music for a big one. Oh, was that your new office? Something looked different. The lighting seems to be a lot better. Or at least that's from what I saw. Maybe it's just because you were streaming when the daylight was still out. And then you have that space where we can see more cats. That's always nice. Alright, that's like the same size fish. I noticed that Mahi Mahi just like went away. Oh wait, there it is. Now it's just not interested in my bait. I'd reel one in just to have it on record. Halibut, 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 come on, where are you? I'm just imagining sort of like a fantasy fishing game to where you have like some kind of spirit that like points you like, I sense the fish over this way. To where you can, like, try and cast in a general area of where the fish are. The fish you want or need is. Do the cats like the new office space? I mean, it's really only their opinion that matters, right? That's good. That's how you know it's a good office space, is while your cats are like, yep, this is a good office space. By good office space, I mean there's plenty of things I can knock off into the floor, and plenty of spaces I can sleep. Alright, where'd the halibut go? Ash, where are you? Like, I'm not... I need... Alright, someone eat my lure so I can... So I can just reset the fish. Anything eat my lure. Here, mahi mahi great, because, like, I need one to use. Wait, I don't see any fish. Like, 0 fish. Come on, fish. You were there like 5 seconds ago. Is there like some technique to this game that I'm just not understanding? Because I don't have the manual, or maybe I do have the manual, but it's one of those annoying electronic ones that are like not fun to read. It's not like a booklet in your hand that you could feel. I found a fish. You want this? No? Does somebody want this? That time I'm just getting desperate for any fish. Halibut! 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 These have the spring. These are the springy feel fish. It's like you feel some resistance at the bottom, and then the resistance will quickly let up and shoot your tension gauge straight to the top. Which then, like, if you don't let off your finger of the button, then your line snaps. Are you big? You're small? Fish, come on. Do I need to, like, find, like, the fattiest, sandwiches to throw in there for all y'all? So you get bigger? Even though that's not how anything works in regards to, like, food and bone growth. And, like, overall, like, height and stuff. Oh, Jesse. Calling it's better going. Alright, this doesn't sound like the right music either. I think this is another small one, because it doesn't look like a different color. What if we cut? I think I could see it without going to the cabin. I'm gonna do one mission, and then I'm gonna call it a video. Aw, kitty! Maybe we'll see more of Maya on the screen. Alright, mission Regerts. Today is my last day of ocean fishing. But today's fish is one of the most challenging of all. Man. Mahi mahi. 5 minutes, I need to catch a gigantic one with a shallow runner PY. I wonder what it was about the other room that she might not have liked then. Unless the other room was haunted. That's always my go-to of why animals don't like things, is that it's haunted. Are you the gigantic one? Please tell me you are. Oh look, halibut. Alright, come in, fish. Come in, there we go. Bam! Mission completed. Nice hefty sum of points. Closer to our goal of the magical rod. Also some points from the A class. Nice. Only one fish left to go in Dad's notes. So I've finally reached this point. When I catch this one, my quest to follow in Dad's footsteps will be complete. So, next quest, end of the game? And then I'll go back to my family. Yeah, next quest, end of the game. But can I really leave it at that? With the white dragon still uncaught? No, you can't. You have to go after it. I flipped ahead one more page in Dad's notebook. And found that one page had been torn out. Oh no, the superfish. Of course, that must have been the page with his notes on the white dragon. I ached at the thought of how my dad's hopes had been ripped away just like that page. Turns out it was just like an angry seagull. Like, hopped in through the window and, like, took the page. And the words my wife had said came into my mind. Just come back as the best dad you can be. And how my mind is made up. I'm going to catch that old white dragon. Oh my, this is Moby Dick! Is he gonna catch his white whale, his white dragon? Because his dad couldn't catch it, now he's gonna try and catch it? This is not gonna end well if that's the case. That last legendary fish my dad left uncaught. The one that will make me the best dad I can be. Fish Dad. Final fish. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that looks like it's all the fish in, like, all the fish books. I'm gonna laugh if his family leaves him when he comes back. Yeah, I would too. Although I want to get that one last quest done before the final fish. I got all these? I think I got all these too. Yeah, I do. So that looks like it might be end game. Another fishing game in the bag, and then I'll have to, like... Then I'll have to get and show off all the rods on that one. Which I think when I get, like, the super rod, it should be easy sailing from then on out. Alright, fish viewing mode. Got a rainbow trout. Got a rosy bitterling. Throw some food in the tank so they can eat. Pale chub. Smallmouth bass. Another smallmouth bass. I guess I put 2 of them in there. It's like maybe when I come back next week, it'll be a nothing but bass in the tank. Dorado. Silver Arowana. Beesh. And then I'm gonna have to figure out what game comes next in this series. And see if I can actually play it. I think it might be the 3DS one. And I'm not certain I can get that running. I might have to emulate it, but I'm not sure if it's going to emulate well and smoothly. Have our Paima. And a carp. It is, however, not a magic carp. And a catfish. That does not meow. Who looked at that and thought, that is a cat? That is definitely looking like a cat as a fish. Alright, now our saltwater tank. The many-barred goatfish, which is hiding right back there. I like how I feed even like the biggest fish these tiny little pellets. Marbled rockfish. Ooh, Kitty's watching the fish. Wave to the cat, fishy, or, you know, don't, because, like, you know, they're kind of your natural predators. Striped beakfish. Red sea bream. The yellowtail. The white-spotted parrotfish. The black porgy. The red parrotfish. And the mahi-mahi, which looks like it fell out of the 90s. And the bonito, which apparently makes good fish flakes that you can give the catch as a treat. Back to the goatfish. I'm gonna leave you off with the mahi mahi. Alright everyone, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for... Wow, my mind just blanked there. Alright, what happens... What do I say after thanks for dropping by? Oh, thanks... Thank you for watching! Hopefully this week I can, Thursday I hopefully can get some Revenant Saga out. I know everyone is so excited to see the next exciting episode of Revenant Saga. Everyone's just riveted in their seats to see what happens next. After that, that's nothing super specials on my plate.